Okay, welcome back everyone. If you like potatoes and you like chicken, I got a great recipe for you today. So today we're going to make mashed potatoes and we're going to make this just great mashed potato and chicken dish. So we're going to use, in our dish today, we're going to be using all of this stuff in different areas, so make sure you stay tuned till the end so that you see where all of these things come in, all of these spices and everything here comes into this dish to make it correct, okay? So we're gonna be putting in paprika, cumin, onion powder, we're gonna use an egg, we're gonna use mushrooms, onion mushroom, Lipton onion mushroom soup, garlic, onion powder, 4 C's breadcrumbs, and this is what you get when you send your husband to the store to get breadcrumbs for you. Get the big one. We're gonna use margarine. We'll be using extra virgin olive oil, milk, pepper, adobo, potatoes, and we're going to use some sharp cheddar cheese. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is put our water on to boil. While the water's starting to boil, we're going to start cutting and peeling, washing, cutting, and peeling in our potatoes. So we're going to move all this to the side and we'll use it, we'll pull it as we need it. We have our cutting board. All right, so first thing is we have to wash, peel the potatoes. All right, so if I had large potatoes I would probably just use 2, but these are small, not even like medium. So you can use either a potato slicer, or you can use a knife, potato peeler or a knife, but you just want to get rid of all of that, all the potato peel. See, I'm just, don't go deep, you just rub it gently across the potato. The only time you want to go deep is when you see that part, you're just going to kind of scoop that out. Just go gently across the potato or use a potato peel. Just be careful to, not pull it all the way to your thumb. Don't cut your fingers. Okay, once I have my potatoes peeled, I like to rinse them off one more time just to get everything nice and clean. You don't have to worry about every single spot of skin coming off the potato. So now I'm gonna just slice them down, not too thick, not real thin. Not making French. I'm not making French fries here. So they have a little bit of thickness, but I'm slicing them because they'll cook faster to make mashed potatoes. So now I'm just putting them in the hot water. I haven't added anything to the water. will be too hard to cut it. Like that thickness. Right. So all my potatoes are cut and they're added to the water. I make sure they're all down underneath the water. And now while the potatoes are boiling, we're gonna start working on the chicken. I have one chicken cutlet. I'm gonna rinse that off. Squeeze out the water. All right, and I'm going to cut off all the excess fat. Make it nice and lean. Rinse it off. Now I'm only using one chicken. I'm only using one chicken cutlet because I'm not feeding many people, only 2 people. Now this one chicken cutlet, I'm going to slice it in half this way. Because I wanted to keep its thickness. So I have now 2, smaller pieces of chicken cutlet, but they both have some thickness to them. Now this is going to be breaded chicken cutlet, so I'm going to now make my egg. I'm going to take 1 egg. And this is actually a jumbo egg. I use jumbo eggs. I'm going to so I have 1 egg. I'm going to scramble the egg. To add garlic powder, paprika, onion powder, cumin, adobo, black pepper, everything I add you can see all across the top, right? As long as you can see it across the top, you know you have enough. And I am going to scramble this all in there. Make sure I get it all in there. I'm going to add both pieces of chicken in here. And I'm actually going to slice the chicken. 2 slices in each piece of chicken. That way, when I turn the chicken over, these seasonings are gonna go mash it down. I'm not flattening it, I'm just opening up the where I sliced it so that I can make sure the seasonings go inside there. So I'm gonna stir it around a little bit. I'm gonna flip it over again. I'm gonna let that sit. And now in this container, I'm going to put my breadcrumbs. I'm gonna put enough breadcrumbs to cover the bottom. Enough to cover the bottom, and a little, not too high, not too deep. As you can see, like a little bit here. You can see it on the sides. So it's not deep. So I'm also gonna put the same seasonings in my breadcrumbs, but not as heavy. It's my garlic, cumin, paprika, onion powder, adobo, pepper, mix this all up in here. That way I can make sure whatever seasonings it doesn't get from this egg, it's going to get in with the breadcrumbs. So now I have it sitting here. I'm going to flip it over just one more time. Now I'm going to take this chicken and put it in breadcrumbs, both pieces. Put it down, and then I'm going to flip it over one time. Then I am going to put the top on it, nice and tight. I'm going to check it out. This way I can make sure it gets plenty of breadcrumbs all over. That's good. I'm gonna let it sit. Breadcrumbs. Let it just sit in these breadcrumbs till I get my pot together. And I'm going to use my cooking oil. This is actually canola oil. So we can use canola. See, it's enough to cover it, not too high. We're not deep frying this. So I added the oil. I have the fire on. I'm letting that heat up. The potatoes are coming along. They're cooking up good. The oil is cooking. I'm going to put the potatoes on the back. I'm going to put these potatoes on the back. And I'm going to put this oil in the front. I'm going to add the chicken. Chicken is covered with chicken is covered with the seasoned breadcrumbs. So I'm just going to add that to this oil. See, it's nice and hot. It's all bubbling up. We're going to cook that chicken until it's golden brown on each side and it's actually cooked all the way done. It's going to be well done. Now our potatoes are coming along nicely. As you can see, they're getting like kind of transparent on the sides, and the middle is thicker white. So they're breaking pretty easy. Yeah, we want to make sure that they're all. See, this one doesn't break so easy. So we want to make sure they all break easily. That's how you know when they're done. And we're gonna turn over our chicken. We want it to cook. Even look at that nice golden brown, honey brown. Okay. So we're actually just gonna make the whole thing golden brown. Let me set my oven. I'm gonna set my oven to 350 while this is just browning. So we're just making the breadcrumbs a golden brown, and then we're gonna take this and put this in the oven until it cooks completely in the oven. It's gonna be nice and tender and moist and tender. And then once that's done, we're gonna continue on with the dish. Chicken is nice and tender. Each color on both sides. Nice and brown. Soft, so you can tell from it being soft that it's not completely cooked. So we're going to take these pieces of chicken and you have a darker side and you have a lighter side. So we're going to take the lighter side and put it on the bottom. Put that on the bottom. And we're going to put this in the oven. Let's cover it up. I'm going to cover it halfway so that it doesn't get soggy. So you can get some air and stay crisp, but not dry out. Cover that like that. I'm going to put this in the oven. Okay, so we're going to leave the chicken in the oven for about 20 minutes and let it cook until it's completely done. And then we'll take it out and we'll add the rest, put the rest of the meal together. Okay, so since we are making mashed potatoes, what are mashed potatoes without the gravy? So we're going to work on our gravy now. So what we're going to have in our gravy is some mushrooms. This is pepper, onion. This is a pepper onion blend. So it's green pepper, onion is frozen, green pepper, onion, and red pepper. We're gonna need Lipton onion soup, garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder, extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to I use all-purpose unbleached flour. So I'm going to chop up the onions. Even though this is already this onion and pepper blend is already cut up, I want it to be pretty fine. So I'm just gonna just chop it up some more so that it's fine enough for the dish. The reason I chopped it up so fine is because I don't want it to seem like it has onions and peppers in it. I want it to just have a particular taste, not so much be like, you know, you're tasting like that from biting into the vegetables. So now that it's chopped up nice and fine, I'm going to put it in my pan, my saucepan that I'm going to make the gravy in. Now I'm going to chop up the, I'm going to cut up these mushrooms. I'm not going to cut them up as small because mushrooms are good and mushrooms are great in gravy. So they don't have to be as small. Okay, so here's my little chunks. Mushroom, that's gonna go in with the onion and my red pepper. Now I'm going to season them with the garlic seasoning. Black pepper. Onion powder. And I'm going to put in olive oil. We got about 2 spoonfuls of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and we're gonna just cook these up some. Make sure it's all down in the oil. Well, as you can see, it's well seasoned. So as you can see, the potatoes are very tender, so they are done. We can turn the potatoes off and we can take them and drain out the water. Okay, and while our onion peppers are frying up a little bit here, we are going to start on our mashed potatoes. So I'm just going to chop the mashed potatoes up. Smash them. I'll chop them up and then I'm going to smash them because they smash easier when they're already small. Now I'm going to add milk. About a half a cup of milk. Onion powder. Adobo. Garlic powder. There are my mushrooms, onion. I'm going to add a nice spoonful of margarine. I'm going to mix it all up, make it nice and creamy. Okay, so mashed potatoes are not like cake mix, so they don't have to be 100% creamy. Like if it has like a little bit of chunks, if you can see, like it has like a little spots of potato in it, that's fine. As long as there's no big chunks, it's fine. And I'm gonna let this sit so it can be nice and hot. Okay, you can see caramelizing of the mushrooms and onions. I'm going to turn off the flame on this, and I'm going to start adding my ingredients for my gravy. So the first thing I'm going to add is I'm going to add some cold water because I want to cool this down some. Cool it down because when I add the flour, if it's hot, it'll start lumping up. So we want to have it so it's not so hot, and I can just start adding, the other ingredients to bring this together. I use half a bottle, so that's 1 cup of water. I'm gonna add my Lipton onion soup. I'm gonna add half a pack of this Lipton onion soup. This is the onion mushroom soup. Half a pack of that. Half a pack, maybe a little bit less than half a pack. And my all-purpose flour. Let's add. Let's add a spoonful of nice heaping spoonful of all-purpose flour. I'm just going to stir that in. And as you can see, since it's not really hot, it's all going to mix in. You're not going to have any, no lumps. It'll just kind of be just more fluid since it's not hot. So once it's all, you can smush out any or stir out any flour that you see. See, it'll go away really easy. Turn off my mashed potatoes. All right, and now I'm going to turn the fire back on here, low. And keep my water ready because as this heats up, it's going to thicken out now. So you just want to continue to stir this as it heats so that it won't thicken up. You have to be able to keep it mixed in as it thickens. Can't let it thicken up and then try to stir it in because that's how you're going to get your lumps. Just keep it moving backwards and forward in the middle. Make sure you get everywhere. Okay, so it's starting to thicken up now. So I'm gonna stir a little bit more fast, a little faster, so that it doesn't, just get too thick. And I'm gonna add a little bit of water, just to, again, make sure that there's not too much flour to water ratio here. Just wanna be able to gauge it and make sure it's not too. If it gets thick before it gets hot, then you had too much flour. So So you want it to be able to cook and even boil up in a saucy way, as a gravy, not like a lump or a big cake. Now for this dish, I want a nice sturdy gravy. I don't want it to be real loose. So I'm not gonna water it too much. See it now that it's bubbling and it's good. This is a good texture for it. It's thicker. See, it's got that thickness. It's not real watery. And it's completely cooked.
Okay, so I added half a pack of onion soup. Now I'm just gonna add the rest of the pack and I'm gonna stir that up. Okay, now I'm gonna take the chicken out of the oven because that's ready.
I'm going to add a little bit more adobo, just a little bit, and I'm going to add some Cajun seasoning, just to give a little extra flavor here. Stir that in. And I pulled out the chicken breasts. You see the chicken breasts are nice and cooked. They're nice and tender. Nice and tender. I am going to add the sharp cheese to them now. So just gonna sprinkle some sharp cheese on top of both. And I'm gonna put that back in the oven. Cover it back up. Put it back in the oven until the cheese melts. So that should be about 5 minutes. So I added cheese to the top of the cutlets and put them back in the oven. And I'm gonna let that sit for about 3 to 5 minutes until the cheese melts. And then I'll take them back on. Okay, now that the chicken is ready, we're gonna put this all together. First we're gonna take a piece of chicken, put it on the plate. Then we're gonna take a nice scoop of mashed potato. On top of the chicken, nice and thick. And then we are going to cover it all up with this delicious gravy.
Move the pot.
Sure the gravy gets down around the whole dish. And there you have it.
Wow, okay, looks good. That's fantastic. Let's see here. nice good bite here. Very, very good. Fantastic. I like this. The chicken is tender. Stand up here sounding like Guy Fieri. I'm about to. I'm not supposed to eat the whole thing, huh?
Yeah, eat the whole thing. Eat it. I mean,
No, I'm not eating.
you can't help it. Go ahead.
Very, very good.
Good. It's actually good. You can take it with you. Here you go. Thanks for watching. We're sure you will enjoy the recipes that we share with you. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. And be sure to watch them all to the end. Have a good night.